Hello, everyone. I think by now you know who this is, but if not, hello. My name is Robert Landau, and I am the one and only Live Life Well TV host. Welcome from my heart to yours for another episode of True or False. If you haven't seen this Academy Award-winning, Emmy-winning, Grammy-winning, Pulitzer Prize-winning Live Life Well TV show, here's what we're going to do. All you got to do is sit back, have fun, and guess if the following trivia I'm going to share with you happens to be true or false. Ready? Here we go. English is the official language of all 50 states. True or false? Well, the answer happens to be false, and here's why. Despite what many believe, the United States does not happen to have an official language. Next up is this. I love this one. One passenger was aboard the Titanic and her sister ship, the Britannic, when they went down on separate occasions. True or false? What do you think? The answer happens to be true. True. The lady's name was Violet Jessup, and she truly was aboard both ships, and thank God survived both disasters. If Violet were alive now, I have one and only one question for her, and that would be this. Violet, after it happened to you the first time, why the heck would you decide to get on another cruise ship the second time? But thank God she survived both times. Next up for you is this. Julius Caesar was once kidnapped by pirates, but escaped before his ransom could be paid. True or false? The answer happens to be false, and here's why. Oh yeah, he was kidnapped by pirates, but not only did the Romans pay the ransom, but Caesar was so insulted by the pirates' original request of only 20 pieces of silver, he demanded that they increase the ransom to at least 50 pieces of silver. Next up, true or false? Until recently, Russia did not consider beer to be an alcoholic drink. What do you think? True or false? The answer happens to be true. Anything containing less than 10% alcohol was considered a soft drink in Russia until 2011. Next up for your true or false consideration happens to be this. It was commonplace for women to wear pants as far back as the 1700s. The answer happens to be false. It was not common to see women wearing pants until the 20th century. Next we have this. The name Jessica was actually invented by Shakespeare. True or false? The answer happens to be true. Here's why. The oldest recorded instance of the name Jessica happened to have been in the Shakespeare play by the name of The Something of Venice. What's the title? You got it. The Merchant of Venice. When I was an actor in New York City, I did many plays, one musical, because I'm not crazy about singing. I mean, I love music, but you don't want to hear me sing. It's bad enough you're seeing me do this. Anyway, I did appear in a Shakespeare play in New York City on Off-Broadway. It was Twelfth Night. Now, let me say this. I have the utmost respect and fond admiration for Shakespeare. The guy was a genius. But I don't want to do another Shakespeare play again. Let Shakespearean actors do that. I will continue facilitating true or false for you. Here we go with the next question. Hitler had a nephew that actually fought against him in World War II. What do you think about that? True or false? The answer is true. William Hitler, who very wisely later changed his name to William Stewart Houston, served in the US Navy during the day and served in World War II and fought against Hitler. Interesting stuff. Who could make that up? Next up, Mount Rushmore has been around since 1972. True or false? The answer is false. Mount Rushmore was completed in 1939. Next is this. The Austrian army once mistakenly attacked itself. True or false? It's true. It's true. During a specific battle, there were losses of up to 10,000 soldiers when one Austrian regiment mistook another Austrian regiment for the enemy. Now, who could make that up? Next up, in the late 1800s, Russian separatists attempted to create a new Russia in South America. True or false? The answer to that one, false, but the Australians did just that. New Australia was a colony in Paraguay that was founded in 1893. Next is this. More than 1% of the US population is currently in jail. What do you think about that? The answer, false, but that figure is not too far off. Estimates place the percentage of Americans in jail at any one time at 0.9%. Two more. Don't be sad, don't be depressed. I'll be back with another episode shortly. But there are two more to this one. Here's the second to last one. The Heimlich maneuver wasn't invented until the 1970s. True or false? The answer to that ditty is true. Henry Heimlich published his first paper on the subject in 1974. Up to that point, choking was primarily dealt with by slapping the victim on the back, a practice that actually is highly discouraged today. And here's the last question before we close. It goes like this. Musical instruments were not invented until the early 5th century. True or false? What do you think? Think carefully. Think as if your life depended on it. The answer is false. False. The oldest musical instrument ever found actually dates back to 40,000 years. Flutes made with bird bones have been discovered that scientists believe originated 30,000 to 40,000 years in the past. Wow. Well, given how healing music is, thank God it's been around for that long, and I look forward to it being around much longer. Well, I'm not going to be around much longer. I know this is heartbreaking to you, but I'm going to take my leave now. It was fun. I hope you feel the same way. And this has been Robert Landau, Live Life Well TV host, with yet another amazing episode of True or False. God bless.